Hey everyone, it's Abby. Today I'm finally making my vest for my Jen from IT crowd cosplay. I started this right around the beginning of the pandemic, but then I lost motivation. I had bought the fabric and pattern and cut out the pattern pieces before setting my project aside. The fabric I have is darker than I would like and it's a bit stretchy, but I think it'll work for this project. My husband had previously made a working version of the internet for me. So I really wanted to get that costume together this year. For this costume, I actually bought most of the pieces off of Poshmark and Amazon, but I couldn't find a vest that was close enough, so I decided to make that. I also previously made a set of bangs to clip into my hair for this, so I don't have to cut bangs. So let's get sewing. I started with Butterick 4815. I'll be using view B, but without the peplum in the back. I double my fabric. I'll have enough to make the outer layer and a lining layer out of it. I figure out the best way to lay out my pattern pieces so I have the stretch across the width of the vest. I pin the pattern pieces in place. I use the other view's back pattern piece so I can remove the peplum. I cut out the pieces. I add a 1/2 inch to the top of the shoulder front. I always need a little bit of extra room. I add 1 inch to the shoulder in the back as well. I added a little bit of extra room at the bust. The measurements were slightly small for me there. I freehand cut a piece out for the fake pocket flaps, bigger than I'd need because I'll shape it later. So here's my mock-up, and because the fabric is stretchy, it's a little big, but at the same time the fabric is really thick, so it'll probably be okay, I feel like. I machine sew up the first mock-up. You can see I've pinned and marked some edits to the front and side seams to make it more form-fitting. I machine sewed along those marked edits and seam ripped the bits that need removing. Now that I know the vest fits well, I can finish off the seams. I fold out the seams and I top stitch along both sides, 1/4 inch from the edge. I clip off all the extra fabric. I had trimmed off the seam allowance around the top of the outer vest. I'm pinning that bit to the lining and cutting the seam amount off. I don't need the seam allowance as I will be finishing off those seams with bias tape. I cut the edge of the bottom as well to shape it a bit more. Now I measure the placement for the pocket flap. I cut it with a bit of seam allowance to fit in between the princess seams. I have 2 pocket flaps with 2 layers each. I pin them right sides to right sides. I sew up 3 sides of each of the pocket flaps. I cut away the fabric close to the seam allowance. I flip the pocket flap right side out and pin the edges. I machine top stitch 1/4 inch from the edge. I measured and pinned where I needed the pocket flap to sit and pin it facing up. I machine sew along the pin line I just placed. I fold out the seam allowance and top stitch along both thicknesses to help it lay flat. I trim away the excess fabric. I pinned the outer vest onto myself to test the fit one more time. I pinned the lining to the outer layer. Off camera, I pinned black bias tape along the whole outer edge. I ran out at the bottom, so I cut a small piece to fill that spot. I fold the raw edges under, wrap it around the edge, and pin it in place. I clip the curves on the armholes. I fold the seam allowances in on both sides and pin it together. I machine sew a stitch close to the edge that catches the top and bottom of the bias tape. I machine stitch close to the edge around the armholes. I marked the buttonholes with pins. I start the hole with my seam ripper and finish it with the scissors. I measure how long it needs to be with the seam ripper. I hand stitch the buttonholes with thicker black doubled thread, catching both sides. I marked the button placement with pins. I hand sew black buttons on. And there we are! The buttons are all on. Now I have a complete Jen cosplay. I have the internet and the red shoes as well. Thank you for joining me today as I made my Jen vest. I think it looks great, and I could actually wear it for regular clothes too. I think it might just be my Halloween costume for this year. I could wear it to work too. If you liked this video and want to see more costume and sewing videos, remember to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Happy sewing! Hi, I love you. Hello. She's a good girl. Yeah. What is up?